Hello my dear students, welcome back. Hope by God grace all of you are safe, sound and healthy. This is my kind request here. Please see all that videos of this chapter serial wise. It means 1, 2, 3 like this way. Don't skip any of the video, otherwise you will not be able to understand that part. Okay. Today which topic I am going to discuss? The topic of today is that the natural disaster, one of the natural disaster, that is flood. I have already written the topic of discussion, what is flood, causes of flood, types of flood, effects of flood and ways to prevent and mitigate. It means that how we can cope up with the situation. Okay, so stay with me and see till the video till the last, and then whatever your valuable feedback, don't forget to share. Okay, so here students, first I am going to start with what is flood. Why I will tell might, you all know the term flood. Everywhere in that, also in our country, you might have seen somewhere also very severe flood, somewhere also normal flood condition people face, experience, and due to that number of people died, lost their properties, even domestic animals they also have died. And not only this kind of damages, other so many damages also there. That's why flood is known as disaster. So what flood occur? When that also from the river, the water level that it's rise up, and then it also cover the flat and dry area nearby the river bank, then we say it that flood. Okay, and this flood, it is normal, even casual, every year we can see in different parts of India. First I will give the example of that is northeast part of India. Due to the presence of Brahmaputra river, that Assam every year face this severe flood condition. Due to presence of Koshi river in Bihar, they also face the severe flood condition, as well as the part of that that Odisha, due to presence of Mahanadi, also flood there every year. These are the natural, that normal phenomena they are seeing year after year. And not only that, the northern India, due to presence of so many river, that also we can say Ganga and its so many tributaries, it's also we can see at the northern plain area. Due to that, this area is flood prone. Okay, so this is I think whatever I have explained, you have understood that. Now you see, we are going to learn that what are the causes of flood. I already have written that causes of flood. You see, shallow river bed. How the river bed it becomes shallow? Due to the deposition of the silt, clay at the bed of the river, that it becomes shallow. That's why whenever that the heavy rainfall is there, or somehow due to snow melt water, it also come to that river, the water level it rise up, and then it also flooded the river bank and that nearby habitations. Next, burst of monsoon. Sometimes this term used to come in the exam. What is burst of monsoon? This is another also example, very important point. We have to know India is a country of monsoonal tropical climate, where monsoon is having a very also that typical characteristic, like it is uncertain, irregular, erratic in nature. It never comes on date. Its arrival and its departure never can be seen. Sometimes it comes that also before, sometimes it also departs late. Its departure is late. Okay, so due to that, also so many problems and people are facing. But here, what is burst of monsoon? It is actually localized heavy rainfall for more than 3 to 4 days at a place. Due to that, these also it means a heavy downpour rainfall, the area become flooded. Okay, next is coastal areas flood due to cyclones. India is a country which is cyclone prone, at the eastern part, southeast part, maximum we can see even at the eastern coast. This is most that cyclone prone. Over Bay of Bengal, so many cyclone every year. This kind of also cyclone used to that attack the coastal areas. Like very recently that Amphan that attacks West Bengal and that part of Orissa. Before that, Fani that also attacks. Even in 1977 and 1999, this kind of that severe the cyclones, it also damages part of India at the part of coastal Orissa, and more than 10,000 people lost their lives, they lost their properties, they became homeless. So when this cyclone is coming, it is also bearing the rain, heavy rain, and due to that flood also they are occurring. Okay, next is earthquake causes tsunami. Tsunami, this term also it has been derived from two Japanese words, su and nami. Su and nam, which means devastating waves. This is destructive, this is also waves. Devastating or destructive waves. Due to earthquake, when the plates, last day in that part 2 I have explained about earthquake. In that part I have talked about that how the plates moves. So when the plates moves, when they're striking, due to that we are feeling that earthquake, and due to that sometime the tsunami causing, and tsunami that heavy destructive also waves, it is causing that flood at the coastal area. Okay, next is exceptionally high tides. When this tsunami is happening somewhere, due to that high tides also it is causing the flood over that coastal areas. Okay, next is 6-point breaking of dams. This is another very important point. We know dam, which is known as multi-purpose project, but multi-purpose project. Actually, this construction of dam behind, and so many reasons are there. By keeping in mind, dam actually constructed. One of the point is there to control the flood, and for that dam actually used to use as a artificial reservoir, and it also used to keep large amount of water. But when dams breaks due to some reason, it also occurs flood nearby areas. Okay, hope you have understood all the causes of flood. Now I am going to tell about types of flood. In India, mainly two types of flood we basically see or mainly see. That I am writing here. Types of flood. In India, we can get to see one is riverine flood, another is flash flood. Already I have discussed this. Now you will get to understand what is this. Riverine means when the flood is coming, occurring due to that river or by the water of the river. That is known as riverine. Means you can put example of Brahmaputra river, Kosi river, and northern plains. All the rivers, mainly that over Orissa, Mahanadi rivers. Flash floods. Flash flood breaking of the dams. Just the 6 point I have explained. When the dams break, due to that the flood can occur. You can see this kind of flood at that DVC in West Bengal due to that over that storage of water in DVC or Damodar Valley Corporation, the dam. Sometime why every year the people of the Damodar basin, they face this kind of flood. That's why Damodar river known as the river of sorrow. Okay, so here students, I have explained these 3 points. Okay, now students, we are going to also learn, or I am going to tell the 4th point, that is the effects of flood. I have written here the effects of flood. See, 6 point I have written. That normal, you know, when the flood will be there, destruction and also damages will be there. Yes, due to that flood, human lives, then livestock, then crops, then that habitations and lives of the animals, everything it also basically we lost, and somehow the habitation place is also damages. So here are some points I have written. Roads, railway lines, buildings suffer damages. Yes, you know that all the communication is stuck due to that that is the covering area by the water. Then number 2, crops are damaged and trees uprooted. Whatever the crops will be there, it also got under the water and some trees can be uprooted. Then number 3, failure of electricity and gas line. Number 4, waterborne diseases it can spread, like the waterborne disease like cholera, diarrhea. Then sometimes people suffer due to vomiting. Okay. Next 5, it kills people and animals. Next 6, houses, vehicles and bridges get destroyed. These are the normals, or also the scenario we can get to see in all the areas wherever the flood is there. Okay, and whatever it kills people and animals. Obviously, when the water is coming, so all people are not properly prepared to face the problem, to face the disaster. In that case, they also lost their life. Even that the domestic animals, they also lost their lives. Okay, and the last point I'm going to tell, that is the ways to prevent and mitigate. How we can cope up with the situation. You know, when the flood is there, first government should look after for that. If the condition is severe, through the also weather broadcasting or weather also any of the report, people should get to know about this, that severe that flood, so that they will be aware, they will be prepared to face the problem. Government should make high that it means embankment to control or to prevent overflowing of the river water. As well as if the flood is severe, government should make that also shelter. That shelter also we can say safe shelter, where they can evacuate people from the concerned areas and they can shift to that shelter. Government also look after that shortage, also storage of food, medicines and necessary things for 3-4 days. Even not only the government, as a human being and as a responsible citizen, we are having some responsibility. We should listen the broadcasting through televisions, through radios, and then we should prepare. We should keep our necessary documents at the higher areas in our home. Even we should move to that also tallest area. Means if we are having that 2-story or 3-story building, we should move to the higher buildings or higher area, so that we can prevent that. If we can manage some sand also back, we can keep near the door at the front gate, as well as near to that front of the sewer lines or sewage lines, to also prevent of entering of that flood water. We should prepare our that we can say that the necessary the kit, in which medicine will be there, as well as some food we have to keep, which we can use for 3-4 days, some clothes, as well as some torchlight as well as radios, with us some spare batteries. Okay, so these are the different that also ways we can prepare ourselves, as well as government can help us in that flood condition, and as well as if there is any emergency to move out in the flood situation, like water is all around your home and you need to move out. In that case, you should keep a stick with you. Why? To check the depth of the water, as well as to ward off the snakes. Okay, so students, whatever I have explained here, hope you have understood all the points. See this video once again. We will meet in the next video to discuss or to learn more also disasters. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.